Alright, so hopefully this is recording. I did click the record button. Hopefully this is even. And as you can tell by the title of this video, Season 4, Fear the Walking Dead, Downfall. Now, it hasn't premiered yet, but there's a reason why I labeled this. And for a reason, this in particular title for this video. So, I guess it was sometime in, I think, what was it? Sometime today or yesterday. And I just saw the video. Allergies are acting up. But I went on the PTG channel. It's a legit source for some Walking Dead news. Topics in discussion, just like Trev Tran 2 and another channel that I can't think of right now. But today some images were released of Morgan for Season 4 Fear the Walking Dead. And there's a problem. There's a time skip, a time jump. Now, perhaps it's too soon to go into it, but I don't think so. Before I get into what I'm going to discuss about with this, I want to briefly recap on what would have been the right way of writing this and the wrong way of writing this. The right way to write Morgan's story is simply this: to be, if you have him down in Texas, right? Because you guys got to remember, Season 1 we met him in Georgia, and we know his wife turned into a walker. Well, I would like to have it to where, as we all know, Fear the Walking Dead is supposed to be the prequel to Walking Dead, right? Well, I would like to see Morgan's family, son and his wife, begin in Texas, trying to make their way back to Georgia. Let's say they were on vacation and they're trying to get back to home, but they hear what's going on in the news. They turn it off. They see everything that's going on. They're trying to figure it out. They're fighting their way through Texas with the Fear group, making their way back to Georgia. And let's say that he was in this group for a while, because one of the showrunners even said that the Fear group is our first main antagonist group who are villains, right? Now, I don't clearly know that. I mean, that's the scene that they were kind of going for, which we felt with Season 2. I can't say for Season 3. I didn't barely watch Season 3. And from my last video, it felt like Season 3 was like not even an apocalypse show, not even really Walking Dead feels like. Felt like it was a drug cartel show, stuck in the apocalypse, slavery, still trying to ship goods throughout the border. That's what it felt like. And with the gang turf. So, plus it felt like a really slow ass soap opera. At that. Not interested in it. Sorry. And one of the theories were that if you wanted these people's characters to come around full circle, I mean, there's a reason why a lot of the characters left and why they decided to get killed off, because the show wasn't going anywhere. Bad reviews, views are going down, and when that happens, you're not going to get paid much, and so they got better offers. That's why a lot of them left. And plus, Fear the Walking Dead is also the hate child to Walking Dead. Well, one of the theories were, if you wanted to have the Fear group story come around full circle, along with Morgan's story come around full circle, would have been something that he said to Rick in season 3 of episode The Grove when he said, I saw people wearing dead people's faces. Now, a lot of people think now that that came up, especially one of the issues in the comics, the Whispers, thought that that's who he was talking about. I could see the Fear Group making a crossover to Walking Dead being the Whispers if you wanted to bring that villain story full circle with them. Same thing with Morgan when he says to Rick, hey, there was this group I rolled with. They wore dead people's faces to blend in with the walkers. I think this might be them. And he gives information to Rick that gives him better prepared. Right? Well, wrong. Now going back, we all know what anybody came up in the 90s, like me, knows what a crossover means. It means you're taking two shows that are owned by the same company for views, probably expanded to 3 episodes, merchandise sales at that, plus money. In the end, it's about money. Know how money was brought up in the last part of that discussion. So there's that. Well, the pictures that were leaked today were Morgan with the bow staff. Now, season 6 of Walking Dead, when we got the flashback with Morgan, how he learned to be good with the bow staff, how he got his bow staff, and along with the cheese maker. All that happened throughout going through Georgia, going through Washington to Virginia. You know? These pictures were shown with him with the bow staff. So this is letting me know that this is after All Out War. That he's going to leave for some apparent reason. We don't know why. And that's the problem. Is that this. And we're in All Out War. And I don't care if people get mad because I'm going to spoil it. Anybody that reads the comics knows that after All Out War, there's a 3-year, 4-year time skip. At that. What we're seeing is Morgan in season 4, Fear, after that time skip, and they're shooting down in Texas. If Fear's supposed to be a prequel, then what the hell were you doing? What was the Fear group doing for 3 to 4 years? Yeah, I get surviving, but how? Were you with the group, with a large community? How do things function? Because I don't know what the hell happened at the end of season 3. No one liked it. And it, like I said, there's its reasons why. Most definitely. I knew they were in that, what was it? What was it? Some kind of farm camp? Did they expand from that? Did they survive? Did they take it over? Did they stay there for so damn long and not have to deal with shit? If that's the case, that's unrealistic. So that's the problem. You're giving us a 3-4 year time skip in Fear with both staff Morgan. You know, this is after All Out War Morgan we're getting. This is the Morgan that we're seeing now. Like, gotta go back, clearing them all type of Morgan. Why? If this is supposed to be a prequel to Walking Dead, then why in the hell are we getting a time skip like this? Because of bad writing. I don't blame it. It's somebody, not just the showrunners with Scott Gimple and all them, the writers. Whoever the hell they have for Fear, running Fear over there. I mean, really, the showrunners within themselves ain't even really most of the time part of Fear anyway is working on, because they're really focused on Walking Dead. You're going to be focused on your moneymaker, you know, which is Walking Dead. So whoever the hell they got for this working on Fear, from the writers, producers, showrunners, whoever they got for a team doing that is screwing it up. So I already see season 4 Fear being a problem. There's going to be questions more than there's answers. We're all, those that watch are going to have questions. Those that don't watch it, when we catch up with the news really fast, even we're gonna have questions. Who was this? How did this come into play? How'd you get that? Who were these new people? What were you doing 3 to 4 years? Why? So that means when Morgan, whatever, like, so we haven't got to the end of season 8 yet, but I'm pretty sure they're going to give us something of why Morgan leaves, and they're going to have it try to make sense to tie in season 4 of Fear during this time scope. So I see this not working out. I don't think his contract's going to be all for Fear. I think it might just be for season 4. And because of that reason and how this is going now, I see bad reviews, ratings go down, no merchandise sales, backlash on Morgan's part, or I forget the actor's name, but I'm calling by his character's name. Along with the staff, I see harassment, threats, and probably the show getting canceled after this. We may not even finish. Season 4 of Fear may not even be finished. Because as far as I'm concerned, you've written yourself into a grave already. Figure speech-wise. But there's a little bit more to this before I wrap this up. Is this right here that I'm about to explain. There was a tweet sent out by one of the showrunners. I'm not too sure. It's one of the hated ones right now. I think that Scott is it Scott Gimple, the short-haired guy, the one that we just last seen on the last Talking Dead, explaining about Carl's bite. I think that's him. And one of the tweets sent out is that what we're going to be seeing in Fear for season 4 is early pre-production Morgan. If that's the case, then why are you having him with the Bow Staff? Because we followed his journey in season 6 after the Cheesemaker. He didn't head more down south. He went more north. We all saw it. He ain't gonna go more down south for apparent reason and just go up north. Back up north. No, it doesn't make sense. It doesn't. Because you give us that tweet. Like I said, the tweet said, we're getting early pre-production Morgan, which was season 1-ish Morgan. If that's the case, then why in the hell do you have him with the Bow Staff? Because season 3 Morgan, in Clear, he didn't have the Bow Staff. He was still in Georgia. We all see that he didn't leave for Texas. Now, I think, he might have, but he didn't have the Bow Staff then. Like I said, if you're going up north, from what we've seen in season 6 with the Cheesemaker episode, with this flashback how he got the Bow Staff, if you're going up north, why would you go more down south? That timeline there is not going to add up with this. So this is why I'm saying is that what they're giving us is Clear Morgan / 4 years later Morgan after All Out War. Because in season 9 of When Walking Dead, which will be this year in October, which will be the 3-4 year time skip. Which means we'll be getting a 3 to 4 year time skip sequel in Fear that will pretty much be ahead of Walking Dead, which is completely stupid and bad writing. Because it's not going to add up and it's not going to make sense. Why? This is out here. Look at. I know a lot of people that may watch The Walking Dead, and like, are you sure? Yeah. The pictures of Morgan James, Lenny James, that's his name, Lenny James character, Morgan, they uploaded those pictures on Twitter, everywhere, all the social medias. You name it, Twitter, Instagram, Tumblr, Facebook. People are reporting and talking about this. People have questions that are being raised. Are we getting 4 years later Morgan after All Out War in season 4 of Walking Dead? Because if so, you've written the show into a hole. What? Because the question is, everyone's going to be on everyone's mind. What the hell are you doing for 4 years? That means you're trying to get the show ahead of Walking Dead. That don't add up. So, I'm not seeing Fear last much longer. It had great potential. Season 1. Half of season 2 was slow. The second half of season 2 was great. And if they followed by those same pace like that, it would have been perfect. It would have been great if they would have continued something like that. Kind of like where they're going. With season 3, if you didn't stay focused on one bullshit. You know? So, why? Like I said, the real main cause of this, I feel, which the real cause for having Lenny James go into Fear is this. They want ratings for Fear the Walking Dead to go up, along with merchandise sales, which equals to money. And that totally now backfired. So, I'm predicting this now, that I think within the 5 episodes of Fear, the ratings and the bad reviews are going to drop so much, along with the backlash, it's going to end up getting canceled. Because you decided to have Fear jump ahead of Walking Dead and the 4-year time skip, because you're giving us clear / all-out war Morgan. With that being said, it ain't gonna last much longer. It's not the actor's fault, because they're hired to do their job. It's whoever the hell you got running it, writing it, producing it. That staff over there, Hollywood staff, doing that, messing it up, because you're wondering why all these people are leaving the show, because you don't know where you want to go. Pick a heading, stay with it. This is why you need new writers, because Hollywood is really using old writers that are giving us shit that don't match up. Like some of the complaints for the movies today, they're using those writers. Creative new writers would be college students, or how they used to do back in the 90s, where they would have fans, send in their own fan fiction writing for an episode for one of their favorite anime shows, and if it was good, that would have made it into the show. I wish they would go back doing something like that, because there's a lot of creativity out there. Or just go on YouTube, listen to some of these YouTubers that have better ideas than the writers they have. If you wanted to make Fear good, you should have left it to the fans. We would send in ideas. You would listen. Work something in that made sense, and it would be great. But you're not. Like I said, it's not the actor's fault. They're hired to do their job. It's whoever the hell you got running it over there, the Hollywood writers, the Hollywood staff for that. They're screwed up the show. Season 4 is not going to last. I see Fear getting canceled because you gave us All Out War Morgan, not prequel Morgan, which I can also see why. And one part, but they do a lot of recasting for stuff for a lot. I understand the kid that played his son is all grown up. Recast another child. I mean, hell, what I think what was there? I think there's a show. What was the show name of the show? Um, you had the '70s shows that did recasting for characters. You had American Horror Story. I mean, I don't watch that, but I know they cast Lady Gaga as a replacement character for somebody. Um, those are like two shows I can really think of right now that done that. Um, no, ooh, uh, what the fuck the name of that show? Family Matters. They recasted the mother several times, so there's that. So they do recasting all the time. Just recast a kid. Bring back the woman that played his wife. There you go. You have prequel. No, you have you have prequel Morgan family already, but you're not giving us that. And because of this, how the best I can describe it is that you written the show into a hole. Don't be. I want everybody to pay attention when Fear comes back on. Give it 5 episodes. I guarantee you're gonna hear bad news with the ratings dropping, backlashing. The show will end up getting canceled because whoever the hell you have working on this, they decided to do a whole big time skip to where, yes, they're making Fear ahead of Walking Dead. That makes 0 sense. Is this zoomed in? It shouldn't be zoomed all the way like that. Huh. Let me play at this camera angle for a minute. Okay, there we go. I don't know why that was out like that, but I just wanted to share my thoughts on this and why this is bad. And it's going to end up failing, so I'm out. Hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'm not even going to watch it because I already, like I said, my predictions, I already know where this is going to go. I'm sorry, whoever the hell you have writing the show, you done screwed up. This was, before I shut off the camera, this was everyone's worry anyways. Like, the Walking Dead community, the people that like to talk about the show, review the show, give topic discussions or predictions. You don't even have to be a YouTuber because this is even on some of the fan sites. The Walking Dead community. Talking about this. This is one of the people that watch Fear, or if you're a Walking Dead fan in general, all around. This was one of the worries. This was one of the concerns, and it came true. And I know I'm going on long enough, but me as a creator, as a thinker, writer, this was a bad idea. There are ways to do this. There's your good way, there's your bad way. As you can see, we got the bad way. And Fear is the ugly stepsister of The Walking Dead. So, there you have it, man. Those are my thoughts on it. What's going on with the industry part of that, because I know the industry. I'm an entertainer. I know how that works. And yeah, so that's it. I'm out. Peace.